Hey guys, welcome to BP, the Bible Perspective. Contract with Black America. I'm asking the question, who is it really for? Now, before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you ever thought a comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. A number of years ago, there was a phrase that came out, and it was more than a phrase, but it was called, excuse me, it was called covenant with Black America. Now, fast forward to 2020, famed rapper and actor Ice Cube came out with his proposal, contract with Black America. But I'm asking the question, who is it really for? Not only are we going to kind of unpack somewhat what the contract is, but who does it really benefit? Now, Ice Cube has been in the news recently because of this interview. Now, I'm going to come back to that in a moment. But Ice Cube himself is a very successful rapper, author, writer, director. He came on the scene in the late 80s with the pioneer hip-hop group NWA. Now, this is going to be very interesting because that phrase itself, and one of the, of course, songs that he was famous for was F the Police. Now, I'm mentioning this for a reason. You know, the straight out of Compton. Of course, he was, again, one of the pioneers of the gangster rap industry. He went on to make movies starring in Boys in the Hood, the Friday franchise, the Barbershop series, the Players Club, and one of his latest is Straight Out of Compton, which was a biopic sort of his life in NWA, okay, which did extremely well. So my point is that Ice Cube is a very successful Black American. So in 2020, when he sort of came along the scene and said he was going to, or he was presenting what he was calling a covenant with Black America. And so, again, my question now is, and some of the controversies behind this covenant, this contract, and like the predecessor, which I'm going to get to in a moment, but like the predecessor, a lot of people ask the question, well, who are these guys to kind of speak for Black America? In other words, who kind of appointed them as the sort of Moses and who's going to lead the Black America to the promised land? Tavis Smiley kind of took upon that mantle. People like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson have long been criticized for allegedly taking on the mantle. Although, in fairness, I never heard anyone particularly lay claim to that. Basically, these were all people who had very specific purposes, jobs, careers, okay, advocacies for Black America. But neither one of them said that they were the Moses. But a lot of people kind of pushed back on it and kind of criticized them for that. I'm asking more of the question, what is the benefit of Black America, and then who does it benefit? Now, this interview, and I'm asking this question here with Tucker Carlson, is this the contract of Black America? Now, I want to come back to that. Was one of his more recent interviews that a lot of people pushed back on him for that. And I think it's certainly deserved because Tucker Carlson, first of all, is no friend to Black America. He's made it clear. In fact, on his recent show, which he was booted off of Fox News, it's amazing he never invited Ice Cube on his show. So now, to me, why is he interviewing Ice Cube now? So I can also ask the question, why is Ice Cube on Tucker Carlson, interviewing with Tucker Carlson? Now, of course, we should be open to talk with anyone. But that's not what's going on here in this interview. As you can see, this is a picture of them riding in the hood. Here's the funny thing. They're riding in South Central. Now, Ice Cube grew up in South Central. One of the worst of neighborhoods. And you might have had some crime, some gangs, but it wasn't the worst neighborhood. And his parents, he grew up in a very stable home and with very stable parents. So, like now, as they're riding through South Central, what is that? But to me, it's a stunt. Why aren't they riding in Ice Cube's neighborhood, like where he lives now, showcasing the success of Black people? And by the way, a lot of the what they call the hood of South Central, it's not even South Central now. Mostly the demographic has changed a lot of Hispanics. But that's neither here nor there. So I come back to, so what's the point of this? And is this the contract with Black America? But let's go further. I want to share my screen here, and I want to. This is an article that came out. I want you to see in Ebony online. Let me shrink my screen here. I don't need all that. Ebony, and this came out in July 1st, 2022. And this is around the time that Ice Cube pitched his contract with Black America. Okay, as you can see, now this is not what I want. I'm going to go back to this one here. I'm going to come back to this one in a moment. But this is the one I wanted to look at here. All right. So this is the one I want to look at. This article that came out in August 22, 2020. And it says Ice Cube ties up upcoming political votes to endorse votes to endorsement of a contract with Black America. He actually didn't, but I don't know why the argument is saying that. But this is basically the gist of the contract with Black America. There's actor and rapper Ice Cube. Let me see this. Actor and rapper Ice Cube, O'Shea Jackson, has released a Twitter video manifesto. But what's in it for us? That's the name of the manifesto. The video and its attached 3-age contract with Black America asks for specific commitments in such areas as bank lending, prison reform, mandatory licensing of Black contents for airwaves. Politicians are being asked to sign a pledge in return for Black voting support. Now that's a good strategy, but I'm going to ask, can it work and will it work? So then he says, the manifesto seeks to redress past wrongs systematically imposed on Black Americans economically throughout many generations that has resulted in a wealth gap where the average white family has 10x or 10 times the wealth of Black family. Now let me push back on that for a moment. Understand what they're asking. There's a couple of things I want you to point out. Bank lending, prison reform, mandatory license for Black content for airwaves. Well, so who benefits from that? People like Ice Cube, especially the airwaves here. Black lending, okay. So here's the question: can we ask? Is is that really a problem with bank lending? The answer is yes. But so the question is, how do we answer this? What I really want to kind of focus on is this notion the white family has 10 times the wealth of black family. What does that mean? Now, I'm not going to take the time to really kind of unpack that. I think I'm going to do it in another video. But I want to kind of show you something, go back to something that I showed you here. And this picture here, when we talk about the wealth gap, what is the wealth gap with Ice Cube? That's his son. His son grew up in a very wealthy, affluential neighborhood. His father is very wealthy. Ice Cube is reportedly worth about 160 million, probably more than that. So where is the wealth gap? In other words, so when we talk about the covenant of Black America, again, what Black America are you making this covenant to and for? His family, his children are doing very well. Let me go back here. So you saw the gist of it, and I want to show you one other thing here. This is the covenant. I'm not going to go read all of this, but this is sort of the actual contract with Black America. And again, you can see some of the um, things that they're asking for: Black opportunity and representation, massive Black lending and financing reform, judicial and public policy reform, constitutional amendment codifying expansion of the 13th Amendment by the courts. I wonder what that's about. And then police reform. And again, it goes on. This is very lengthy. As I said, I'm not going to I think I want to do another separate video on this. Well, I do want to unpack this from this perspective, why this can't work. How, and I'll explain that more. But as I told you before, one of the things that back in 2006, Tavis Smiley came out with a covenant with Black America. So it seemed to me that Ice Cube was repackaging the concept here. And the same thing, the Tavis Smiley said in 2006, right before Barack Obama ran for president of the United States. Notice this: securing the right to health care and well-being, establishing the system. This is their 10-point covenant with Black America, establishing the system of public education in which all children achieve at high levels and reach their full potential, correcting the system of unequal justice, fostering accountable community centered policing, ensuring broad access to affordable neighborhoods that connect to opportunities. Again, I'm not going to read all of these, but I wanted you to see it's kind of the similar, again, approach. So how does this filter to Black America? And I'm asking the question, well, what Black America are they talking about? I'm going to come out of this one more time. I'm going to come out of this. What Black America are they talking about? Every person that Ice Cube interviewed with in talking about the Black America, whether it's Black media, Black interviewers, they're all doing well. They're all middle class, to upper middle class, to wealthy people. Everyone that he's talking about, everyone that's even pushed for, same thing with Tavis Smiley. Everyone that they're talking about benefit, in other words, America, they're already doing well in America. So who is the covenant for? Who is it? What's it going to change? Now, again, to me, there's a lot of layers in answering that. I'm not going to do so in this video. I want to show one other thing, however. I want to show one more thing to answer my question. What is the covenant? Who is the covenant for? Look at this here. This covenant, this article came out in July 1st, 2022, so just a little over a year ago. And it says the NFL announced Thursday that it is partnering with the Contract with Black America Institute, the economical inclusion initiative created by Ice Cube, reports ESPN. What? So how was the contract with Black America partnering with the NFL? So, in other words, what is the NFL going to do? Right? All of the players are doing well. Now, without a doubt, I'm going to see, because this has been a year, that they should commit to having more inclusive, like coaches and people that's up higher up. And I think that's what this is aiming for, right? But what about the people on the bottom? Well, listen what it said. Ice Cube, along with his longtime business partner and entertainment lawyer, Jeff uh, Quadrantine, sorry for butchering that name. And I want to point something out about his lawyer. And I'm going to admit right off the bat that I might be a little petty here, but his partner is white. Just saying. Okay, let me move on. The advisors, J. Ron Smith and Chris Pickerton, first launched this initiative in 2020. Troy Vincent, the NFL Executive Vice President of Football Operations, worked with the rapper actor to present the idea to the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. According to the reports, the partnership, which includes Ice Cube's Covenant with Black America, will focus on identifying league-wide opportunities in the financial, tech, and productive sectors with a concentration on increasing direct and indirect spending to national black businesses to help close the American racial and economical wealth gap. Now, how exactly is going to do that? Now, I'm going to stop there because, again, I want to do another video that will go deeper into that. It will go a lot deeper into that, but how is it going to do that? How will that partnership with the NFL, and I think they got like $100 million, $125 million that the NFL or these people committed to spending. But again, who benefits from that? Now I'm asking the question now. I'm only asking the question. So this covenant of Black America, is it just a name that's going to benefit people who are already benefiting, who are already prospering, who are already doing well in life? Now, if you go back to the original tenets of the covenant of Black America, the contract with Black America, then they talked about reaching down, closing the wealth gap. Well, and again, it's just a question that I'm asking. Now, in my next video, on this subject, I'm going to go deeper into kind of breaking down in my opinion, why the covenant of Black America won't work. All right, guys. But that is my perspective for now. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you ever thought a covenant, add it to the covenant section below. All comments are welcome. And I do mean that. All comments are welcome. I will see you in the next video.